A restless hush hangs over London tonight, the kind you feel more than hear, an almost magnetic pull that makes commuters glance up from their phones and pigeons scatter faster than usual. Something sparking in the royal circuit, a current leaping from Monte Carlo's glittering harbours straight to a windswept British beach. And the flashpoint is a princess who has never sat near the throne yet may have just amplified the future king's boldest environmental plea. If you thought royal intrigue was reserved for coronation crowns and balcony waves, think again. Tonight we trace a single photograph of bare feet, in wet sand all the way to a finance forum crowded with billion-dollar pledges, and we'll ask whether cousinly telepathy just wrote the House of Windsor's most compelling double act since Elizabeth and Philip. Keep your headphones in, because this storyline turns every few paragraphs, and one twist might change the way you scroll Instagram forever. World Oceans Day dawns, and the palace machine is already several gears ahead. Prince William is in Monaco, standing beneath chandeliers worth more than some coastal villages, telling an audience of bankers and ministers that the sea is coughing up warning flares. Coral graves, drifting microplastics, fish stocks collapsing under the weight of our appetites, he lays it out like a surgeon unveiling X-rays. Healing is possible, he insists, eyes scanning the hall. But we have to choose it. As he exits the podium, aides push the slick video cut to royal social feeds. Within minutes the clip surges across timelines, racking up shares from ocean science influencers to indie band frontmen. The heir to the throne has spoken, message delivered. But what came next surprised even the most seasoned royal reporters. Just 86 minutes after William's clip goes live, Princess Eugenie, more often photographed at art fairs than diplomatic summits, uploads a single frame to Instagram. No emerald tiara, no meticulously lit portrait, just late afternoon light, a stretch of untamed shoreline, and her two tiny sons chasing froth. She's barefoot, linen shorts damp at the hem, August is whooping at a curl of foam, Ernest's small fingers wrap around hers like a ship's rope. The ocean is the greatest wonder, she writes. Celebrating it today, and every day. 13 words, one emoji-free period, and a silence that feels deafeningly deliberate. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Phone screens start pinging across newsrooms. Editors ask, was this a clever coincidence, or a strategic echo? Courtiers go still. Palace sources offer polite no comments, which, as anyone fluent in Windsor speak knows, can mean anything from "we're as blindsided as you" to "yes, and wait till you see Act 2. Meanwhile, marine conservation NGOs seize the moment. They splice William's Monaco soundbite. Our oceans breathe for us, with Eugenia'S sandy snapshot. Suddenly a high-stakes policy sermon and a casual family outing fuse into a single viral montage that pushes #sea change onto trending lists in London, New York, and, curiously, Jakarta. And that's when things start to get deliciously complicated. Insider chatter suggests Eugenie scheduled her post herself, no press office, no layers of approval, just a mother on a beach with a phone and a cause. Unfiltered spontaneity. Or was she tipped off about William's speech, and chose to add emotional underscore? One staffer whispers that William's private team only learned of the picture when likes began snowballing past 250,000. Another claims the cousins exchanged texts 2 days earlier, conspiring to deliver a 1-2 punch. William fires the policy starter pistol, Eugenie supplies the heart shot. The truth may never be confirmed, but the speculation alone is catnip for headline writers, and rocket fuel for the ocean's agenda. Zoom out, and the stakes sharpen. William's Earthshot Prize is quietly courting sovereign wealth funds for megawatt seagrass plantations. Monaco's forum was the soft launch, big numbers, bold timelines, lobbyists already circling. To keep that momentum alive, the campaign needs public buy-in, something warm-blooded, relatable. Enter Eugenie, stage left, armed with nothing but maternal charisma and an iPhone. She doesn't quote statistics. She shows the reason statistics matter. She doesn't mention climate conferences. She lets August's laughter fill the margins. It's publicity jujitsu. Pivot from macro urgency to micro wonder so seamlessly that audiences barely notice the emotional need. But there's another undercurrent. Eugenie is Andrew's daughter, and in recent years, she's navigated public life like someone tiptoeing across thin ice. High profile, but unofficial, royal adjacent yet independent, she's built credibility through steady charity work, repatriating trafficked art, advocating for spinal injury research after her own childhood surgery, and yes, championing Blue Marine's push for 30% ocean protection by 2030. Aligning, publicly, poignantly, with William's green drumbeat lets her attach her orbit to the most future-facing storyline in royal branding while steering conversation away from her father's controversies. Some call it reputational alchemy. Others simply note that purpose, once radiated genuinely, has a habit of rearranging narratives all by itself. Here's where intrigue glints again. Late this afternoon, a sharp-eyed blogger spots something in Eugenia'S picture. The subdued teal stitching on her swimsuit straps resembles Blue Marine's hexagonal logo, only rotated 90 degrees. A designer Easter egg, or a coincidence of fashion? 10 minutes later, Twitter sleuths post side-by-side screenshots, declaring it a coded shout-out. Overnight, the hashtag #HiddenHex starts trending, and Blue Marine's website sees a spike in microdonations from first-time givers who write notes like, "Saw the hex, had to help." Symbolism, it seems, sells. Meanwhile, William's camp is reportedly ecstatic. Yes, the heir's message hit its target audience of financiers, but Eugenia'S snapshot hauled that same message into living room conversations, parents tucking kids into bed, surfers planning weekend dawn patrols, teachers prepping end-of-term science lessons. One Earthshot advisor tells a confidant, "This is the synergy we dream about. Top-down pressure meets grassroots passion, all inside one family brand." Another marvels that it cost the palace precisely £0 in PR spend. Yet questions swirl like eddies. Could Eugenia'S viral heat overshadow William's Monaco numbers, converting a statesmanlike moment into a mere footnote? Possibly, but palace strategists appear unbothered. They measure success by total reach, not ego shares. Still, there's talk of fast-tracking a joint appearance, perhaps at this September's UN Climate Week in New York. Imagine it, William unveiling a $1 trillion blue bond framework while Eugenie moderates a panel of youth activists, her beach photo projected 10 meters tall behind them. If they pull that off, the House of Windsor will have rewritten the rulebook on multigenerational advocacy. But before the roadshow roars ahead, another twist bubbles beneath the surface. Eugenie recently became global ambassador for 36 times Coral, an art and science auction pledging to regrow reef scaffolds with 3D printed ceramic tiles. Rumor has it a major tech billionaire, inspired by the Princess's Beach post, has offered to match auction proceeds up to £5 million. Negotiations are under non-disclosure, yet whispers suggest the pledge hinges on Eugenie appearing in a short VR documentary, where she dives a restored reef. She's reportedly weighing the idea, mindful of family tradition, royals rarely don scuba masks on camera. Should she agree, it would mark the first time since Diana's landmine walk that a Windsor deliberately enters a hazardous environment for awareness footage. Risky. Undoubtedly. Compelling. Off the scale. And there's one last layer worth peeling back. Royal historians note that cousins have long played unexpected catalyst roles. Think Victoria's German relatives industrializing Hanover, or Elizabeth II's Commonwealth cousins shaping post-war diplomacy. Could William and Eugenie be forging the 21st century version, an environmental relay where policy baton meets emotional flair? If so, June 8, 2025, may haunt trivia quizzes decades from now. Which royal used a beach photo to turbocharge the Prince of Wales's ocean appeal? So, what do we, the public, do with this storyline? We scroll, we ponder, we debate over dinner whether a swimsuit strap can really be a secret emblem. But maybe the sharpest takeaway is the simplest: the ocean belongs to every one of us, and it answers to neither titles nor conference stages. William can mobilize billions, Eugenie can mobilize hearts, the rest of us can mobilize choices: ditch single-use plastic, book that holiday snorkel tour with a reef-safe operator, write to local representatives about marine protected zones. No cameo is too small when the credits roll for Earth's greatest wonder. Now it's your turn. Was Eugenia'S post a choreographed encore, or a serendipitous wave on the same tide? Does the dual-lens approach, princely podiums and candid parenthood, make you more inclined to support ocean initiatives? Or do you worry about cause fatigue in royal storytelling? Dive into the comments, we read every splash. If tonight's deep dive illuminated corners the mainstream mist, hit that like button, it sends our sonar further into the algorithmic deep. Subscribe and clang that notification bell, because if rumors of a cousin double appearance at Climate Week prove true, you'll want front row access to every microphone squeal, every off-script wink, every glimpse of royals trading red carpets for coral rubble. Until then, next time you stand on a shoreline, picture those two Brooksbank boys tumbling in the surf and Prince William's Monaco pledge echoing across the waves. Then ask yourself, what ripple will you send back? Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the loudest speeches come disguised as a mother's quiet moment with the sea.